Hey, hi, hello, welcome back. Today is going to be a fun video, more lighthearted than the last one. Today I'm going to be talking about the different types of love between me and all of my friends because I think that's really cute and I think it's really fun. And it's kind of interesting to see the different types of love between me and all of my friends because we're all different. All of our friendships are so different between each other. So, yeah, that's super exciting, super fun. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with one of my longest standing friends, Caitlin. I've mentioned her on here a few times before. Mucho love. Anyways, the love between Caitlin and I decided to do eternal because we've been friends for so long and we've had our ups and downs, but at the end of the day, we always come back to each other. We've been friends for so long. We've been friends since middle school. So, like, 6th grade, I think, was when we first started being friends. I think the eternal love. So cute. Eternal love is basically, forever. She's gonna be my ride or die. She's there for me until the end. And, yeah. Which is fun. I feel like this is the thing about Caitlin and I with our friendship is I like physical touch. She does not. So, like, we don't hug. I barely touch her. I try not to touch her. I know I do every once in a while, and I'm really sorry about that. I forget sometimes, but she really doesn't like to be touched. So we're very opposite. And she's not very emotional, whereas I'm extremely emotional. So we're pretty opposite. So the love between us will go on forever. Alright. So my next friend is Liz. I've also mentioned Liz on this channel. Liz and Caitlin are my two besties, my two ride or dies, my lifelong friends forever. The love I chose to do with Liz was soulmate. I honestly do believe that Liz is my soulmate. Like, I met her when I was in a really dark place in my life. In high school. It sounds really dramatic, but I was going through it in high school, okay? I didn't think... High school was really rough for me, and I met her at, like, the perfect time. Like, we clicked instantly, we were best friends, we were inseparable, like, we did everything together, it was really fun, and she always makes sure that I'm okay, I always make sure that she's okay, we just kind of... She's the one that's kind of taught me how to love myself, because she's always making sure that I'm okay, and she's always reminding me how important I am to her. So yeah, soulmate for Liz, because she's my soulmate, and I feel like even we could go like weeks without talking, and as soon as I see her the next time, it's like we have so much to talk about, and it's so fun, and it's always so fun to play catch up with her. Just because we always gossip and it's always really fun. So yeah, my next friend up on the list is Mick. McKaylee. I decided to do storage love for her. Storage love is basically like the familial love, like how a mother loves their child, or how you feel about family members and stuff like that. So I chose that one for Mick and I because I feel like Mick and I went through it together. We definitely went through it together in college, so we've kind of grown a very strong bond between us, and I feel like, stop it. Hi Luna. Go get her! But yeah, I feel like that's really good for Mick and I. Familial love makes sense. Her family kind of became my family for a while there when we got sent home from COVID, so yeah. Alright, next friend up on the list is Ked, Kennedy. For Ked, I decided to do selfless love because, Ked's friendship, mine and Ked's friendship is like, I don't know how to explain it. We just love each other no matter what happens. We've both made bad decisions, and we've told each other about them, and there was never a time where we were, like, judging each other for things like that. So I feel like whenever we're around each other, we always give our most. We always give our most. of ourselves. So like I give the most of myself to her when I'm around her, and she gives me the most of her, which is great. Selfless love. Like, we're not doing it because there's a reward, you know, like we're friends because we're both depressed. All right. Next we have Carly. Carly is my longest standing friend that I've ever had. I've known Carly since 4th grade. We've been friends since about 4th, 5th grade. And yeah, so the love I chose for us was familial love, which is like the love you feel with a parent or a sibling or a family member, kind of like the storage love, but this one there's a sort of familiarity about the other person. So like, you know, um there's a strong like bond between us. We both have been there for each other for so many things. Like, I don't mean to cut the wound again, sorry Carly, but I was there when she got kicked off the basketball team. Like, she called me in the middle of the night like bawling, and I was like, girl, don't worry about it, like they don't deserve you anyways, you know, like hyping her up. But I was there for a really important moment of her life, and she's been there for several of mine, so I really appreciate her and love her so deeply. And there's never a dull moment with that girl, and I love her so much. So that's why I chose familial love. So Ashton is next. I've also known Ashton since about 4th or 5th grade. We've been friends for about that long. I've always kind of known. I mean, we've never really been super close until recently. Like the last 4 years, I'd say we got a lot closer, but the love I chose to do for us was playful, which is basically like flirting, but without the sexualization of it. It's so fun, and it involves things like laughing and teasing and like bickering and bantering. So I chose playful for Ashton and I because we're always doing things like I'll say something and she'll go, okay. Like starting up with an attitude, and then I'll be like, okay, is that a problem? It's always fun, I don't know. We just always have a lot of fun when we're around each other. We're very similar, her and I. We both have a lot of mental problems, a little bit. Me more than her, but that's okay. We can't all be winners. Next friend up is Haley. Haley L. So not my roommate Haley, different Haley, friend Haley. The love I chose for her was affectionate love because her and we grew very close when we started working together. And we are both really just there for each other when we really need like a confidence boost. We'll always be like, yes, holy shit, girl, queen, pussy, boss. Like, you know, that kind of thing. Just being, like, hyping each other up and all that good stuff, you know. But we're also really affectionate towards each other. I'm really protective of her because she's younger than me. A lot of my friends are younger than me, but she's one of my youngest friends that I have. And so I'm very protective of her, and I don't need to be because she's a Leo. Like, she could fend for herself, you know? Like, she's got it on lock. But, yeah, we're both just very loving towards each other. We both just adore each other, and I love her so much. Next, we've got my roommate, Haley. I might as well just do them both in a row. So, next up is my roommate, Haley. So the love I gave Haley was self-love. Because Haley's been my roommate for like 2 years, and I've known her for about 3.5, I guess. No. Yeah. 3.5, 4 years I've roughly known Haley. And she's always been there for me, and every time I'm hard on myself, she's always like, don't be so hard on yourself, you know, like, just trying to make me feel better, because I'm kind of a negative person sometimes, and it happens, and, she's always there to remind me to be like, hey, quit being so negative. So yeah, that's the one I chose for Haley C and myself. Love you. Love you, bug. So cute. For April, I miss her. She's currently on vacation right now for like 2 weeks. So I won't see her for like, no, she's gonna be gone for longer than that, like 4 weeks probably. Um, so I'm not gonna see her for a while, so that kind of makes me sad. But the love I chose for April was Love Struck. I chose Love Struck because when I first met April, I thought she was like the coolest person I've ever met. Like, I met her at a party in college, and she was carrying around a bag of her backpack, and then, or she was carrying around her backpack, but she had a bag of wine in it. Which was really funny, and I thought that was like really bold of her. I was like, oh my god, you're really carrying around a bag of wine? Like, that's crazy. But she just seems so careless and so like, I don't really give a. So I just, from the first moment I ever like met April, I've always just kind of thought she was really cool. I still kind of feel like that. Like, she'll do things sometimes and I'm like, damn, April, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I chose Love Struck because I think she's so awesome. For Taylor, my coworker and slash friend Taylor, I chose Bonding, which is perfect because Taylor and I have bonded over so many things. We've bonded over One Direction. We've bonded over our love of reading, our similar taste in movies, our similar taste in music, going through horrible things, our shared traumas. We've bonded over so many things, and I feel a lot of love for her because she's older than me, um, by a few years. So I feel like she's kind of protective of me sometimes, which is great. It feels good to have someone be like. It feels good to have someone like be protective of you, to know that they like care about you. So that's always good. So I'm really happy that I have Taylor in my life because she's like a big sister to me and I love her. And I'm gonna miss her a lot when I move, but she'll come visit, so don't worry. The last but certainly not least is my good friend Mary. I miss Mary so much right now. She's back home in Minnesota, and that makes me really sad, but really happy for her because she has a huge family and they miss her. And so I want her to be over there rather than here with me and my stupid ass. But I miss her a lot. The love I chose for Mary and I was compassionate love. I chose compassionate because the basic definition is like acts of service or volunteering, or like they deliberately set aside themselves to go help the other person. And I feel like Mary and I are very much like that in our friendship. Um, she's always willing to like go get me something if I ask her, and I'm always willing to be like, yeah, I can go get that for you, or like, just doing simple things, or like if my shoe's untied, she'll shine my shoe, or like, cute little things like that. So I chose compassionate for Mary. I thought that fit pretty well. But yeah, that's all of them. That's all my friends. I have more friends than that, but I only wanted to do 10 because 10 or 12, I don't remember how many I did. But because that's how many different types of love there are. So I just was like, I gotta find a friend for all of these different types of love, and I did. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was fun to watch, fun to learn about me, more about me and my friends, um, and how we care for each other. I will see you guys next time. Put 'em up. Bye.